Good morning. I have coffee in hand. Yes, my hair is down. It's wet. Yeah, it's like leaving a mess on my shirt. I don't care. I just took a shower. I was out there dealing with the chickens, and that's gross. So, hair down. Best mug ever. Is that flipped in your guys' screen? I don't know. It says I run entirely on caffeine, sarcasm, and inappropriate thoughts. Welcome to Flosstube number 9. I'm the stay-at-home stitcher. And as you can see, my mood today is just like, if it happens, it happens. I'm not editing again. I don't like editing, so I have decided that unless there's a major malfunction, I'm not editing. I give. You guys get what you get. You get all of me. Sarcasm, inappropriate thoughts, while I take in the caffeine. That's still hot. Okay, so hair down. Don't get used to it just because I'm too lazy to put it up. Got the scrunchie for when it gets in my way. So, Flosstube number 9. I recorded last time on the 26th of October. So, since then, I have taken my son trick-or-treating. That was fun and interesting. He was sick a few days before. He had a really bad bladder infection. Not sure how that happened. The doctor says he doesn't drink enough water, and so that may be why. But the bladder infection spread to his, GI tract. Anyways, came out both ends. Let's just put it that way. Sorry for the gruesomeness, but I'm just in one of those moods today where I'm just like, you know what I'm saying. So, we went trick-or-treating. He got tons of candy. He doesn't really eat tons of candy, so the fact that he got tons is just detrimental to my health because I'm like, candy, let's eat it. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. I have a surprise at the end to show you guys. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So, if you have the Black Needle Society box, the resolution box, and you don't want to see what's in it, I will tell you before I start showing you at the end and you can cut off. That way I don't ruin your surprise. Or if you just don't care, you can join me. Look at my shirt. I don't care. Just water. But yeah, I'll show you at the end what I got in my Black Needle Society resolution box. It was the November box. I got on, they had an extras, and I got on and ordered one. And I didn't get the subscription or anything. It was just one box. It cost me like $70 and $10 shipping. We'll go over that later. I have started things. I have kitted some things up. I have stitched on a ton of different things. I actually brought my entire basket with me today because I stitched on that many things that I was like, I'm not taking it all out of the basket and bringing it over here. I'll just bring the whole basket and throw it back in whatever order it lands in. In my basket, I keep my iPad normally, which is what I'm recording on. 2 hoops because this is the size I like. It is maybe a 5-inch hoop, maybe a 5-inch hoops. I like that because I work on such a small count fabric all the time that within that 5-inch hoop, I'm not gonna run out of room to work. I keep this is a Kindle, the 10-inch Kindle tablet thing. It's supposed to be my son's, my oldest son, or my middle son. He didn't want it, basically. That's a whole nother subject. I still have the cough from when I was sick. It's like a dry, irritating, like, ugh. So if I cough a lot, I'm sorry. You just have to turn your headphones down. I'm telling you, I'm making this video because I love y'all. And I'm making this video because I'm out of room to write things on my page. I normally go until my page is full and then I record. But I like making these videos for y'all. I do. I love it. If Ashley would have never talked me into it, I probably would have never done it because I was so nervous at first. Speaking of Ashley, Stitching Penguin uploaded her whip parade last night, her very first one. So go find her, the Stitching Penguin. I don't know what I was saying. Gone. Thought gone. Sorry. Derailed that train. I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, how about we get to some things that I worked on and stuff. I will draw at the end for the winner of the Prairie Schooler Santa. 1984. Prairie Schooler Santa. I had a couple people enter. I will draw at the end with the random comment picker. I'll show you on my phone. I'll do it on my phone. That way I can show you. Let's get to some things that I worked on. Some whips. I'm just going to go in order of what I wrote down. I might show you the things that I kitted up as well. I don't know. We'll see how long this turns out. Okay. Let me get to the part. You're going to hear crinkling and bags opening, and I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to either turn your headphones down or something, because I don't really prepare like most people do for these videos. Anyways, first one I worked on since my last Flosstube is my Nerd Fox. It's an Artiste Mini. I did not pay that much for it. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby for $3. I always forget which way this goes. It goes this way. Okay. That's how far I got on it. I did have just this part basically done. This light color and then this part. And I just put in some brown. I don't love working on this one. It's a really cute pattern. But the... I'm going to show you what the pattern is on, like the paper. So, it's on the same type of paper. Okay, so it's on this, like, super glossy. Do you see how, like, glossy this paper is? That's what the pattern's on. Do you know how hard it is to mark off? Because I cannot stitch without marking it off. I will mess it up some sort of bad. It's really hard to mark off on this. And I didn't make a copy because when I put it in the printer to scan it and make a copy of it, so I could have it on regular paper, it had a glare. And it, like, messed up where the stitches were on the paper, and so we just, we're rolling with it. Sorry. I'm using one of those friction erasable pens on it, and just, like, doing an X over the stitches that I've done. That way I can still see the back stitch, because there's back stitch, like, right here and right here, and the glasses and around the ears and the head. Like, there's back stitch, so, and around the whole entire body. So that's what I worked on first. Next I worked on my advent calendar. This is by Brooks Books. It is a free pattern PDF download on their website. You can get all of them. The one that I'm working on right now is day number 6. The little cashmere camel is what it's called. You see how many colors are in this one little camel? All of them are like that. And it drives me nuts that there's so many colors. I mean, it looks good, but it drives me nuts. There's so many colors. Oh, I finished it. I forgot. I have a little bit of backstitch left to do. I just have a little bit of backstitch left to do on the camel. But there it is so far. I started this in Mania because I was like, I'm gonna do one animal a day. Ha ha. I got this. Yeah. Nope. Didn't realize how many colors and how many stitches were in each day and how fast I would get burnt out on stitching the same thing. How I used to just stitch on one pattern at a time is beyond me. Like, I can't even comprehend it. Really can't. Where did that go? Okay, well, it goes there now. Like I said, no order over here. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is next. These are by Tilton Crafts. They are out of print. I'm stitching all 8 of them. And that's my ginormous start. I didn't just start this one, but I didn't work on it very long either. I think I just did like this right here. Or no, I started to go in the diagonal. Right there. So I finished right here, this diagonal, because it was just a square, I think. And then I just kind of, I'm going to keep going with the diagonal. That's where those colors were in the diagonal. That's the color I was working with. So, some of these Harry Potter ones are slow going. What I do is, if I don't have something that I just have to work on, like if I'm like sitting there, I'm like, what do I want to work on? I don't know. Nothing's really like calling to me. I'll just grab out of the front of this basket. I don't really do it in order. I don't stick to it, but like last night, it was calling to me to work on one, and it was in the back of the basket, so I pulled it out. Next is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Y'all. Woohoo! A whole lot. Black. It's just black right now. I don't have much progress on a lot of these. I'm gonna start making more progress on them, I think, before I show them to you, because I feel bad when I show it to you and I'm like, I did 150 stitches, but that's a lot for me. Like, it takes me like an hour and a half to do 150 stitches. I'm not a fast stitcher, and most of the time when I'm stitching, I'm talking to people. Like, I'm on Zoom on my, I'm in a crafting, it used to be just cross stitch, but now it's crafting chat on Facebook, and they have a Zoom room that's open 24/7, and it's people from all around the world. And so we get in there a lot and talk, and me and Ashley and my friend Katrina, and I have a friend her name's Rebecca. She lives in Australia. There's a couple USA friends, Denise and Sue. They come in the evenings. In the mornings, if I'm stitching, I'm on there with my UK friends because it's their afternoon. And so I'm talking with like Sarah and Heidi and Sinead and Margaret. And there's normally like 6 or 8 people in there at a time. And it's great. Like, there's always someone to talk to. They have become really close friends. I've become friends with a lot of these people from across the world. And it's great. So normally when I'm stitching, I'm talking to, or I'm watching something, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm stitching. So I do that a lot. So stitching is just keeping my hands busy, not really like, hurry up, get it done, you know. So if you guys think that I'm not getting enough progress between videos, just tell me. Just be like, hey, take another week before your video. You're not even, I can't even see what you've done, you know. Just let me know. Next was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Oops. So this one has a lot of yellows. Also by Tilton Crafts, out of print. I start in the upper left-hand corner. If I have the fabric measured out, serged, or before I start serging it, taped, if I have it measured out and everything, I measure out my corner, and I just start in the upper left-hand corner. It's easier for me. So there's my giant progress on that. This has so many yellows, and like you can see right here, it's like a tan yellow color. And then you've got like this greenish, like mustard yellow, and then this really light yellow. And it's really cool to see how all these little colors come in right there. I mean, you see the different shades, but you don't really realize how many shades of yellow there are until you get a pattern like this, where it's like, hey, do 45 shades of yellow in one little 100 block square, you know. Lord, y'all. Crinkle, crinkle, y'all are gonna watch me struggle. So yeah, that one's Half-Blood Prince. I need to be putting these in my back. Next is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Tilton Crafts, out of print, all them greens, and I'm in the land of brown and black. I got into a little bit of green at the end right there. My son's favorite thing to do is watch the movie as I stitch on that poster. And so we've been watching each movie as I stitch it. And, you know, Deathly Hallows is like 2.5 hours long. So I had some time to work on that one. And then I worked on When Witches Go Riding by Tidy Modernist. Where is my paper? It's the mystery stitch along that she did. We started it in July, and then it came out like July 1st, August 1st, September 1st, and the last part right here came out October 1st. And it was supposed to be done by Halloween, like, that's why she released it like that, but I got burnt out on it as well. When I work on one thing for too long, I get burnt out on it, and then I move on, and then I'll come back and be obsessed with it again for a while. That's how I do it. I don't know. So, that's what it looks like so far. That little ghost down there was so fun to stitch. So fun. So fun. This is on some opalescent. You can kind of see the opalescent in there. I don't know. Opalescent fabric from Hobby Lobby. 18 count? Yeah. I got it on their one of their clearance sales at one point, and now I can't zip this up. I got it on one of their clearance sales, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna stitch on it, but eventually I'll stitch something on it, so I just bought it. And then we were looking for some fabric to start that pattern, and that's the color that it calls for, but not the opalescent. And I was like, ooh, it'd look really cool on the opalescent, because the opalescent would act like stars, you know. Sorry, I just looked away from you and told you all that. I was digging for my next pattern. I'm very sorry. That was probably rude of me. This is a new start. As you can see, I ran out of project bags. And I was like, oh, I'll just finish something before I start something else. Then, my enabling friend, Katrina, was like, you know that you can use, like, gallon-size zipper or Ziploc, like, freezer bags. It's, like, the same thing. And I'm like, it is. It is virtually the same thing. Let's go ahead and get all these gallon bags out and put all my patterns that I have fabric for together. And that's when I started kitting everything up. I was like, I'm going to kit all the things up, and I'm going to put them all in my basket. That way, because when I buy something, I'm like, if I don't start it within a couple months of buying it, I forget that I even have it. Like, I'll see it again, I'm like, ooh, I love that, and I'll buy it again. I'm horrible. So if I don't put fabric with it right away, I'll forget I have it. This is a leaflet. I just made a working copy. This is a leaflet that I got when I was in Branson, Missouri at Cecilia Samplers. It's a cute little cross-stitch store full of stuff. They have a website as well. Cecilia Samplers, just Google it. It'll come up. It's in Branson, Missouri. I went, and that was my first time being in a physical needlework shop. And I kind of got lost. My husband came in about 2 or 3 times and was like, you okay? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. You can go. And he's like, no, I'm not leaving. I'll wait for you. And he sat out in the car with my son, because I knew if my son was in there, he's a bull in a china shop. He's my little Tasmanian devil tornado all the time, everywhere we go, all the time. Anyways, this is called The Most Wonderful Spark. There are different ones for different holidays. There's The Most Wonderful Spark. It's the most wonderful time of the year for Christmas and Halloween and 4th of July. This is the 4th of July. There was another one as well. Thankful, I think, for Thanksgiving. I don't know. And it's by Sue Hill's Designs. And I saw it and I was like, I gotta do that. Gotta do it. It's cute. I put it on this fabric. I wrote it down upstairs and I took a picture of it because I forgot to bring the notebook down. Let's see. It is on 22 count. Just some stuff that I had upstairs. I started in the center, and so that is the line going up in the letter D and going over into the flag. So not a huge start, but it's a start. Like I needed another one. So there's that. That kind of turned into a little story time, I'm sorry. The next one is also a new start. It is a Lizzie Kate You would think I'd be more organized having my whole basket over here, but I'm not. It's a Lizzie Kate, and it's got two patterns in the little booklet, and it's called Welcome, Sit, Stay. Oh, the pattern is called Dog Lovers. This one says Welcome, Sit, Stay. And this one says, I love my dog. I'm doing this one. I might do this one later and make it into a little pillow like that. Maybe. I don't know. I like this one though. That's the one I started. So I did it on, let's see, some 16 count cream. And I got the little doghouse started, the roof of the doghouse. So not much, but again, it's a start. I mean, I'm not in a race. I just like seeing them all come to life. I'll eventually do something with it. Who knows how I'm gonna finish it? Don't even ask. I have no idea. No idea. Okay, the next one, I have to find a picture on my phone of what it looks like, because when you print out the PDF, it doesn't have a picture on there of what it's going to look like. I bought some patterns from Green Terrace on Etsy. I bought 5 patterns. She has a sale of 5 for $12. And so I bought some of her patterns. There it is. There you go. It's called the Gryffindor Common Room. I'm a Gryffindor because I say so, not because any other test or quiz or... I say I'm a Gryffindor because I am, period. There's no arguing with it. Like, I've taken tests and they all say different things, so I'm just like, you know what, I'll make the decision here. This is on 28 count casual linen. I got this from Cecilia Samplers in Branson, Missouri as well, and it's called Rubius. It's a hand dyed. You can't really see my start because I started in the middle and it starts right there with the red, and so you can't really see it, but it's there. I love this fabric. It is soft. It is hard to stitch on because it is a linen, but if anybody has any tips or tricks for stitching on linen, please spam me with all your tips and tricks. The next one is my own by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. This is a black and white picture. I didn't have color ink in my printer. I'm doing it on the black fabric that it calls for. Took me a long time to justify doing black fabric. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what my dog was doing. Anyways, black fabric. There's my start. I love, this is 14 count, by the way. I love how those colors are popping on this black fabric and all the dog hair. Oh well. I'm doing 3 strands for good coverage. I don't know if you can see, but like when it has like this space between the stitches, like right here, that really bothers me. I don't know why. Like, I don't like, I'll go through and I'll go like this and fluff up my stitches. See, it helps. I don't like to see the fabric through my stitches. I don't know, you can't see it from like right here. I know you can't, but I can see it when I'm stitching it, and that's what matters. So I worked on that one for a while. I love working on this one. It has so many colors, bright colors, that I'm not normally stitching. Normally, like, you see all my whips, and it's like neutrals. I love neutrals. So I like working on this one to have just that pop of color. I got that on a D-Stash Facebook group. I'm not sure where you could buy it. I'm sure you could just Google it and find the pattern. I don't know. Yeah, my hair is bothering me. So, goodbye hair. But I joined a group. It's called Tara's D-Stash. And I'm thinking about doing a D-Stash on there. Tara's cross-stitch D-Stash. Just because I have so many patterns that I either am not going to do or have already done that I still have. Much better. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a sale on there. She has like people that can sell on there. She'll let other people sell on there. The next one I worked on is Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban, if I can find it. There it is. This is the one with the confetti at the top and all the little details. I love all the details in it. It makes me happy. The confetti makes me mad at the time, but it looks so good. This is on 28 count, and I'm doing 1/1. So that's like the first leaf and stuff, and this right here is getting down into the arch. So I'm excited to keep working on that one and seeing like the little details come in, because I don't realize what I'm stitching until like it's stitched and I can see like all the colors coming together. I have another new start. This came out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine October, not the Halloween, the October. It's called Animal Tracks, and it is by, who knows? I don't think I got that part. Oh, hold on. Designed by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. It has the Gentle Arts numbers. I'm using the DMC colors in it. I'm not using Gentle Arts. But I started this one. And I'm doing it on I'm so disorganized today. Sorry, y'all. Y'all are seeing like my organization skills like not there today. Let's see, Animal Tracks. I am doing on I don't have it wrote down. So it must be on what it's called for. It probably calls for 16. It actually calls for 25. I don't know. This is probably like 16 or 18 count. Is my guess. I'll have to look. I got the paw in the middle done. It's a cute little baby paw. So it was about 200 stitches or so for the little paw. So I felt accomplished that day. I was like, woohoo, I got a big start. Deer Creek. I worked on Deer Creek, y'all. It has been a while. I had it in one of my big project bags, and I had my big project bag like off to the side because it doesn't fit in my basket. And I was like, I kept working on projects, and I was like, I ain't worked on Deer Creek in forever. So I pulled it out, put it in a small project bag, put it in my basket, and I was like, you're now in the rotation. So this is Deer Creek by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Donna Gelsinger. This is a Heaven and Earth regular size. It's not a mini. I made it. Ugh. Oh, I think I just put that in my coffee. Nope, almost though. Y'all, today is not the day. I made it all the way across. Corner to corner. I need to cut. Look how much extra fabric I have because, y'all, I stitched on my fabric sideways. See, this is supposed to be this direction. And I accidentally started it this direction. Luckily, it's still going to fit. I'm not going to have very much room at the bottom as far as framing. So whoever I take it to frame will be an experienced cross-stitch framer. It won't be no Michael's, Hobby Lobby. No, I'm taking it to a framer when it's eventually done. I reached 3% done on this. 3%. That's it. All that is 3%. It's like over 6,000 stitches. Okay. This is the top corner and it goes across. That gray is where the waterfall is. There's my other corner right there. 6,000 stitches. And it's only at 3%. It has 200,000 stitches in it. It is a big one. It's nowhere near y'all that do those super size ones. Y'all are crazy. Crazy. The confetti in those giant ones, I couldn't. But, and then I worked on one last one. I worked on my Not Forgotten Farms, the Giving Sisters. I have modified this pattern. I am not doing this on the sides. I'm not doing this border around it. Not doing this. Not doing this. I am just doing the witch, this witch, the cauldron, the bubbles, and their pumpkin and owl. But I'm not doing it in color either. I turned it into a silhouette pattern because I have this beautiful fabric from Bestitch Me, from Brandy's Facebook group, Bestitch Me. She does Friday Night Fight Nights, and that's where I got it. So I turned it into a silhouette pattern because I thought, how cool would this pattern look as a silhouette in just black on this cool looking fabric, and do something cool with it to finish it. So I'm stitching it all in black. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and do like some back stitch for a face on her pumpkin, because like right now it looks like a bomb. Anyways, don't say bomb on YouTube, you know. But I think I'm gonna go back and do like some back stitch or something on there, or I might need some glow-in-the-dark thread for that. That'd be really cool to stitch like some glow-in-the-dark thread on there and do like a face so that it glows. Y'all, comment your favorite glow-in-the-dark thread down there below in the comments, because I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in glow-in-the-dark, and I'm going to do them bubbles out of the cauldron. I want to do those in with beads, but to stitch them on with some glow-in-the-dark thread. Yep. I give myself such good ideas sometimes. And I literally just have to talk to myself to, like, actually get an idea. Because if I'm not saying it out loud, my mind's like, sleepy time. So, there's all those. Do you want to see the things that I kitted up? 40 minutes in? Probably not. Okay, we'll do that next time, because I'm sure I'm going to start most of them. Now is the time, if you don't want Oh, hold on. I got to draw for Santa. Let's go to my YouTube. Go to my video. And we got to copy the link. And then I got to go to randomcommentpicker.com for a YouTube random comment. Y'all, what was my word? Santa, wasn't it? Okay. So there's that. Filter comment based on specific text. Ten comments. Jen's TN's. Whoa, there you go. She said, oops, another comment. This is what I get for not waiting until the end, but I'd love to adopt Santa. I want to do the ones for each important year in our family, and my husband was born in 1984. I plan to make them into ornaments for the tree. So exciting. I am so glad that you won this. I will comment back to you on my previous video where I did the giveaway, and I will send you my email address, and you can send me your address so I can get it sent off to you. Y'all, look at all that water from my hair. So, Jen's TNS, I will comment my email. You email me your address, and I will get it sent to you. I'm so happy that you got this Prairie Schooler Santa 1984 to stitch for your husband's birth year. So, let me write it down so I don't forget. Jen's TNS. Okay. I will forget if I don't write things down. Alright, now's the time for you to say goodbye if you don't want to see what came in the Black Needle Society Resolution November box. If you don't want to see it, thank you for sticking it through 43 minutes with me. I will see you next time. You can come back and watch after you open your box to hear my opinion on everything. If you are sticking around, cool. Let's get into it. All right. Black Needle Society Resolution Stitching box. Like I said, I've never got one of these boxes before. This is the first one. It comes with this little pamphlet. It says what's in it, a little bit about the stitchers, and then this is going to be the next box. Keep an eye out on their website, blackneedlesociety.com. In their vault is what they call it. If they have extra boxes that weren't sent to subscribers, they'll put it in the vault and you can buy it. And just a one-time buy the box, which is what I did with this one. On the back, it's got a photo challenge that if you do post these photos and you use this hashtag on Instagram, you can be entered to win a $25 Etsy gift card. So that's fun. I might do that. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them, but I might do some of them. So that's fun. they sent a New Year's wish because so they do their boxes bi-monthly. Is that how you say it? Every other month. So they had a trick or treat box, which was like a special edition box, and they'll have. Shh, quiet down, dog. They had this one for the November box. Then they have for December. Y'all, he's chasing his bone. For December, they had a nice list, naughty list box, I think is what it was, or a nice list box. And then January, they won't have one. I don't think. I don't know. Anyways, they do it like every other month. And towards the end of the year like this, it's like crazy. So this would be for January, for New Year's. You light it and make a wish, whatever. So that's cool, whatever. I'm not really into that kind of stuff, but to each their own. Some really pretty stickers. My friend Ashley and I agree that these two bobbins look like teeth with thread wrapped around it, but you know, they're pretty stickers. I don't know what I'll use them for yet, but they're there. It came with these project trackers. It's a 3-year project tracker, so it's got 1 year here and then 2 years on the back laid out just like this. So you can write your project, the designer, fabric, and your goals, and then you write when you started it, when you finished it, and number of days it took you. And so you just highlight or whatever which days you worked on it. And then they have a yearly tracker, and that's, you can write like your project and if you worked on it which month, or I guess if you want to finish each month or whatever. These are, you can buy these on Etsy from S. Ward Designs. She has them. These are on really thick cardstock, so they don't get bent up in your project bag and stuff. I'm going to show you the little things before I get to my favorite part of it. They sent these Black Needle Society Stitching Challenge deck. So it's like a deck of cards, and it says your instructions are: use these 52 cards to help inspire your stitching throughout the year. Choose a card when you need help choosing your next project, or draw 1 card a week for a fun year-long challenge. And it's like stitch on a piece with the word thanks, stitch on a piece with bones, stitch on a piece with a tree, stitch on a piece for Christmas or winter, inspired by our book, movie, or music, with no words or letters. I mean, there's 52 of them. You can imagine how many different, like, cards challenges they have. So I like that. That's pretty cool for me. Because sometimes I do struggle picking a project. I could just draw out of the deck of cards, or I can use them in my cross stitch group that I'm an admin in as like challenges for the members, just to keep them engaged, you know what I mean? So I might do that. The next thing is a counter for like counting your stitches. I probably will use this to count my rows and stuff for crochet and knitting, because I use Pattern Keeper and I don't really care how many stitches I do a day. Like, it's not, I don't have to count my stitches. I don't. If it's not in Pattern Keeper, then I just guesstimate. Next is a Black Needle Society exclusive needle minder. It says new year, new start, and it's got like the floss going through the little time turner. It's really cute. It's got a pretty decent magnet, I guess. It's not as strong as some of my needle minders, but it'll work. I mainly use my Harry Potter needle minder that my friend Sarah got me. It's Hogwarts, and you know how I feel about that. I love it. You get one exclusive pattern in the box, and this one is by Modern Folk Embroidery called The River. He tells you on the inside like the history behind it and stuff. And then this, they send you the thread for the pattern. This is 46 yards, 100% cotton by Forbidden Fiber Company, made for this pattern. It's called River of Life. And I love the thread. I love it. I like the pattern, but I'm not into the ABC 1, 2, 3 thing. So if I can come up with something to put on the top there that's different than the ABC 1, 2, 3 nonsense that I don't really care for, then I'll probably do it. Maybe find another quote, because at the bottom of the bottom of the pattern it says the river that flows in you also flows in me. If I can find something that goes similar with up here, I might change it. I don't know. But I do like this thread that goes with it. So I'm skeptical. Is that the right word that I'm looking for? I don't know. And my favorite part of the box, and my friend Ashley wants one, so I've been on the hunt for one for her, because it is my favorite part of the box. I would have just bought the box just for this, sold the rest of the stuff if I could just have this. It is a stitching journal and planner by the Black Needle Society. The colors on the cover are the thing for me. I like it. It's got reinforced corners. It's a spiral bound, like metal spiral bound. I love it. So I'll do like a little flip through with you. It's got a calendar, like the year-long calendar. And then it's got these little challenges all the way through the planner. And I love that. If you guys want to know more about the challenges, I'll say more things like when it comes up in my planner next year. I like that it has yearly goals, and it's got like your number of whips, your focus projects near finished, stitching goals, and personal goals. Because life isn't always about stitching, and they understand that. Like, you have to have personal goals as well. A to Z challenge. I know you guys can't really see that with the light. A to Z challenge. Now I can't flip the page. Pamper yourself stitching goals. So you make a goal with a project and write down your reward that you're going to reward yourself with. And then once you reach your little goal, you reward yourself. The word of the year, appreciation. Black Needle Society bingo, because everybody loves the bingo challenges. Stitch all the colors. I like this one. You stitch a project. You add some color to 2022 stitching. Stitch on pieces with these different fabric colors throughout the year to complete the challenge. Oh, so it's fabric colors, not thread. That's cool. That's cool. And then each month has a picture and a quote on it. But I'm just going to do January just to show you. It's got the monthly layout. And then each month has a daily stitch tracker. So you assign a color and how many stitches. Like if you stitch that many stitches, that's the color you're going to use to color in one of these squares each day of the month. So by the end of the month, you have this very colorful thing. And then this is your progress for your project. You write your project here and you follow that line all the way around and you color in the little cube for whatever color you assign it to right here when you worked on it, or when you reach it says, write the name of your focus projects for the month on the open line. In the boxes at the bottom of the page, assign a color and a method of measurement, such as number of stitches completed or time spent stitching, and color in and note your progress on the assigned section of the circle each day on the project you pick up. So that's cool. And then it's got a page for your whips and a page for your new purchases. So this is going to help with my floss too, because I'll be able to look at it and it tell you the title, the designer, the start date, the finish date, stitches completed. This for the new purchases, it's got a purchase description, the date, and the price. So I can tell you what it is, where I got it from, when I got it, and how much it cost. So that's handy for my floss tubes. But then it's got like the weekly layout for each month. So it's got that for each month. Sorry if that just made you really sick spinning back around. But there's challenges like throughout, and then at the end, there's a 2022 wrap up. You can write down all your social stats, what you finished, your current favorites, your whips, designers discovered, and makers you discovered. So I think this is really cool. They put a lot of thought into it. They've got your tracker, and you can, if I hold it the right way, progress tracker. So you can put like so many stitches. You can do like whatever you want. Your months are across the bottom. You can put what you want right here. Your key will be up here. You can use that for whatever. It's got a finished projects. There's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of this to write your finished projects. And it says title of pattern, designer, start date, finish date, and stitches completed. So it's got 6 pages for you to be able to write things that you finished. And then in the back, it's got the graph so that you can chart. If you need to chart something real quick or change something in your chart, or you got that all in one little planner. It's got the little tabs up the side for the months. I love it. Ashley, I will hunt you one down. If you like any of the things that were in this box, go to blackneedlesociety.com. In their vault, on starting in the beginning of December, they will put what they have left in the vault. And when it's gone, it's gone. So keep your eye out. If you are wanting it, keep your eye out in Black Needle Society's vault. I thought that was a hair. It's a reflection. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all, coffee's gone, so you know what that means. This was a long video. If you stuck with me through the whole thing, you, my friend, are a trooper. I am all over the place today, so unorganized, rambling on, chaotic, the dog playing with his bone. Y'all pray for me. I will get the Santa taken care of. I'll get it sent off as soon as I get your address. Jen, TNS, Tennessee, TNs, whoever you are. Jen, I will comment on your comment on the last video and give you my email. Get me your address and I'll get that sent off. Next video, I will show you all the things that I have kitted up, because I'm sure I'll start them by now, or by then. I think that's all. Happy stitching. My plans are just to stitch and live every moment. That is my advice for you. Live every moment. You're not going to get these moments back. If your kid is driving you nuts, like mine always does, just remember, he's only this age for this long. They are only this age for this long. Pretty soon you're going to be begging them to sit next to you and watch a TV show, or begging them to come do a project with you, So just live every moment. Appreciate every moment. That's my advice. I know. Deep. See y'all later for Flosstube number 10. Bye.